Welcome to Life Without Cravings, episode number 37. So, today I want to share with you how you can get rid of your food cravings. And if you go on YouTube and you search for it, you're going to find all sorts of not so effective advice. So you might find something like this.
Tapping on your forehead like this with your fingers for 30 seconds will cut your food cravings.
I'm not against tapping by any means, but as he says, it's a distraction. So, even if it works in the moment, those cravings are 100% guaranteed going to come back because you haven't been dealing with the root problem. And if you don't deal with the root problem, you're going to have to deal with it over and over again for the rest of your life. They will not go away. I prefer to teach a different method where the cravings actually, you don't even notice them anymore. One of my pet peeves is when people on the internet says things like this guy says.
Do you want to know how to stop food cravings? Eat more animal protein. Meat, particularly red meat and eggs, are extremely satiating and provide tons of micronutrients.
Some people, they make you believe that you just need to eat a little bit more protein that will take away your cravings, or others will tell you just have a little bit more fat, or whatever it is. If you're already on a low carb or carnivore diet and you have cravings for carbs or other foods that are off limits on your diet, this is not going to work. From what I see, yeah, there are people, it works for them when they stop eating the carbs, they stop craving the carbs. But this is very far from the case with everyone. And I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm going to make it very, very quick. The very first time that I went on the keto diet, my cravings almost went away entirely until I fucked up. When I became overconfident in my own ability to follow my diet, guess what happened? That's when shit hit the fan. And I created a new neural pathway for cravings, one that was triggered by being on a ketogenic diet and being abstinent from sugar, and then giving in to the cravings and feeling really good for doing so. Hooray! Congratulations to me. Or not. Because now I couldn't even get relief from regulating my blood sugar on a low-carb diet. Because that's what I think the relief was when I did it the first time. But now I've created this pathway in the brain that will create cravings when I'm doing it. So there was no relief for me anymore. And I know that so many people are telling me that, yeah, I don't have any cravings when I go on a carnivore diet, especially. But the thing is that a lot of these people, unfortunately, in a year, maybe 2 years, maybe 6 months, whatever it is, something is going to happen in their lives, and all of a sudden they're going to find themselves binging on donuts and pizza, and they have absolutely no clue what happened. If this has happened to you, you need to listen, because you need to approach this problem from a different angle. And the reason it happens is because you haven't taken the time to learn how to get rid of these cravings. If you can do it with diet alone, congratulations, I am really happy for you, but I would still keep an eye on things if I were you, because this is all external. It's the external that is changing how you react to the cravings. What do you do if the external factors fail? What I teach my people is how to do it internally, so that you can trust yourself on a deeper level and never be taken by surprise. We just know how to handle things. And the only way that you can do this is to change the way that you respond to cravings on a neurological level. And this doesn't really happen when you just stop having cravings on a carnivore diet. It's like we just put the blinders on and we don't see those cravings because they don't pop up to the surface, which is great. And for some people it does work. But all that happens is that you don't entertain that pathway in your brain at the moment. But as soon as something is triggering enough, bam, you're going to be back. You're going to be back into it as if you had never stopped. And that's when you're going to be surprised and you're going to think that there's something wrong with you and you don't know what happened. So if you want to stop having cravings, the way that you know cravings, the cravings that you have that makes you feel compelled to go and eat. And even more importantly, if you want to stop giving in to those cravings, you need to intentionally spend a little bit of time on retraining your nervous system. It has taken you probably many years to get to where you are now, and training your nervous system, your brain, to react to these foods in a specific way. So don't expect this to just take a week to solve. It's going to take longer than that. However, the more focused you are and the more you practice, the quicker you can learn how to do it. I've seen people do it in 2-3 weeks. But for some people, for me, it took a long time. Some people it takes longer. Essentially, it boils down to 3 things. The first one is you need to identify what the problem is. And the second one, you need to build cognitive and emotional awareness. And the third one, you need to be willing to feel whatever emotions come up that will create cravings for you. When you practice these 3 things together, you will be able to start rewiring your nervous system. You will feel less of a compulsion to eat, and you will feel more calm when the cravings hit. So this is what I've done. Many of you are familiar with my Master Your Carb Cravings challenge. I've been running them many times. I didn't have any fluff in these challenges, but I have removed a lot of the things that aren't necessary when you start out. And I have kept just the most essential things that I deem are most powerful for anyone who just wants to get started straight away. And I put it together into a free mini course that you can sign up for. All you have to do is go to www.pimjansson.com/FFF. That stands for Food Freedom Foundation. That's what I'm calling the course. It's just the foundation that you need. You can take this, you can get started straight away, and then you build on top of that when you have these skills. So if you find yourself having cravings, whether they are for carbs, salami, cheese, whatever it is, and this is a problem for you because it's messing with your goal, then this course is for you. This is what you need. You just take the course. It's very short. It's very powerful. You implement everything. There's a workbook there as well. You just do the exercises and you implement it into your life. You're going to be able to start taking control of how you want to eat. And once you're in and you watch the training, I'm going to invite you for an implementation call with me, where we can take this material and I will personally help you get started and just set some goals for how you're going to achieve it. And that call is going to be for free. I'm not going to charge you for it. I want you to take this, I want you to use it, and I want you to go and tell the world that this is possible, because there are so many people out there that do not think that carb addiction, food addiction is something that we can overcome. And I say that they are wrong. All we have to do is put in a little bit of effort to train a different skill, because the brain can adapt. We can change the neurology. We can change how this is playing out in our everyday life. So to learn how to rewire your nervous system to stop the cravings, get signed up at pimjansson.com/FFF and I will help you do that. And that was all I had for you this week, and I will see you again next week. Bye!